our channel does a ton of different kinds of roller coaster content, but we're not really big on doing ride reviews.
No.
We've done a park review, and we do a little, like...
We do some reviews, but not, I don't know, we've never really...
It's not the main focus of our channel.
We haven't really gotten into ride reviews that much.
But we figure, it's the off-season for a lot of parks, so why not try different kinds of content? So what we're doing here is our ride review of
Velocicoaster.
Ooh, that's a good one. Now, Velocicoaster, over a year ago, we did a video whenever Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi were both announced. And we said, will Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi turn Florida into a major roller coaster state?
Yeah.
Because obviously Florida's had a ton of roller coasters.
They're an amusement park state or a theme park state, but not necessarily a roller coaster state.
Yeah, so we anticipated Velocicoaster to be so good that we thought that Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi alone could make Florida elite for roller coasters. And when we wrote it, I can't say that we were
wrong. No.
So this is our full review
of Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure.
Velocicoaster was made by Intamin, and it's a multi-launch or a Blitz.
Or a Terra Coaster, as they're now calling it.
Yeah, Blitz is what they called like Maverick whenever they created Maverick at Cedar Point. Yeah, it has 2 different LSM launches. Its top speed is 70 miles per hour and gets up to a top height of 155 feet. And the entire coaster sits on 4,700 feet of track.
Ooh.
Being at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, the main thing with their park and their rides is theming.
Yeah, definitely. All their rides are super well themed, and Velocicoaster really is no exception.
So what it's supposed to be is you're supposed to be in Jurassic World. The whole area is Jurassic World. And you have the Velociraptor area, cage. And what they did is they built a roller coaster inside
the cage.
Inside the cage. So you're in there with Velociraptors. Now the experience starts as soon as you walk into the queue.
Yeah, definitely.
It has one of the greatest queues that I've ever been in.
Yeah, it is very well themed. It's all like it's like you're in Jurassic World. It's talking about how they created the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Well, and it's talking about the Velociraptors.
Mr. DNA, is that what he's called?
Yeah, Mr. DNA talking, and it's like you're in Jurassic World. They have Velociraptor statues in the queue. They have all these like cool like futuristic lights in there. And the best part, once you walk a little bit into the queue, there's a window where you can see the launch, one of the launches, the second launch for Velocicoaster, and it goes by, you can see it, but also there's these Velociraptors that chase after the train.
And they have one part with animatronic Velociraptors. They're supposed to be in like sticking their head through these like little cages.
Right, yeah.
And they kind of shake.
It's the most like realistic animatronics you might ever see.
Yeah, so you're immersed in the entire experience as soon as you walk into the queue. Now you get up to the top floor where the station is, and there's a huge screen, and you have some of the actors from Jurassic World talking to you. And Chris Pratt, what's his character's name?
I don't remember his name.
Whatever his character's name is, they have him saying...
Owen. His name is Owen.
Owen, yeah, that's it. So they have him saying, that's such a terrible idea.
And it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
They shouldn't build a coaster because these dinosaurs are very dangerous. A lot could go wrong.
And probably the worst part of the entire ride, I noticed this, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but when he's sitting there talking and he's saying, I tried warning the people, his bosses, that this is too dangerous and they shouldn't do it. And they said, and what he said, he said, they told me it's below my pay grade.
It's falling on deaf ears. They say it's below my pay grade. So, good luck.
This has bothered me since I first heard it. Because that wouldn't be, it's below your pay grade. That would, the proper way to say it would be, it's above your pay grade.
The saying is, it's above my pay grade.
It's above my pay grade.
Those people make more money than I do.
The decision makers make more money than me. My pay grade, I train the dinosaurs. Their pay grade, they make the decisions. So it's not below his pay grade, it's above their pay grade. Universal Studios, you guys messed up big time on that one. I'm surprised.
I know.
That bothers me. So you get into the station and you get into like the newest generation of Intamin trains.
Yeah, these trains are so comfortable. And I mean, in the station, which we didn't really talk about, but the station is so nice. There's this huge window where you can see all of the layout, which is really nice. But you get in these trains, super comfortable. They have these just lap bars, so they're not like Maverick.
They're
lap bars. They come over you like this.
They come over your shoulders, but there's nothing on your shoulders, so it turns into just a lap bar. And there's no seatbelt, so operations are
They're
30-second operations.
Literally
sometimes.
30 seconds. Like, it is. They are the fastest operations I've probably ever seen. It is crazy.
And another thing that I wanted to point out is they're very accommodating with what rows you want. Like if you want front row, which we preferred front row.
Yes, I personally, we think that it is a front row ride. Back row is really good on it, but it does just feel like a front row ride. But they are very accommodating to the rows that you request.
So you leave the station and you sit on the first launch track. Now, when you're sitting here, you have screens on either side of you, and there's velociraptors kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
So when you launch out, that's you, that the velociraptors are running alongside you, and that's you going into their pen. The ride layout. So you launch, you go into the an element, I don't really know, it's kind of like an Immelman. After that, you go into a dive loop, which that you do go upside down in. And pretty much the rest of the first half of the ride is quick turns. It does a lot of S turns, like 2 S turns before you get the S curves before.
There's lots of those S curves. They have these little velociraptors that are standing by the track, and you're going right by them. There's lots of like rock work and tunnels that you go in, so there's lots of good like head chopper moments where you think that your head is gonna hit the top of the rocks. But it's just a lot of turns, a bit of airtime hills. It does go a little bit slower in this part, but not to nitpick. It's a great part.
The first half is building up the anticipation.
For sure, yeah. And then you finally go into one more S-curve, and then you go into the second launch where you do reach your maximum speed of 70 miles an hour.
Miles per hour.
And this is the launch track that I talked about earlier, where people waiting in line could see you go by.
Yeah.
So you go by super fast. I love these LSM launches so much. And then right after that launch, amazing, you go into the 155-foot tall top hat, which you do get a very good view on top of that top hat.
It's really cool because it's right by the entrance it's right by the entrance where you go into the queue. So when you're on your way down, you see everyone coming into the ride.
It's also right by a big body of water.
Yeah, the water on the opposite side. So you have water on one side of you, and then the left side of you, the entrance to the station. And in the back row, when we rode the back row, we did get a nice little pop of airtime on top of the...
going down, yes. Whenever you are going down, you do get some very nice airtime, and that is very nice. But anyways, you go down this drop, which is...
a 140-foot drop.
So you go down and you go into this stall. Now this stall is very fun. You don't hang upside down for too long, but like...
But it's right over a pathway.
Yeah, it's right over a pathway.
So you're upside down, and there's people right underneath you, and it's a great moment. It's a great photo op moment for people off the ride. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. I love stalls. Not enough rides have stalls.
It is very fun. And then after that, you go... This is where the ride gets a lot more spread out. Like the first half is very tight, and the second half you just spread out, and it's very just fast.
Yeah.
So you go through the stall, and then after that you go through kind of like bank turn. Well, they're kind of wave turns. It's like a wave turn, and then you do it's kind of like a double helix in a way, but instead of just going, in 2 circles, you have a wave turn and then a little overbank. And this, you're going over the path, over the water. It's so cool.
And you're getting great great G's and great airtime.
Great airtime, yeah, and it's just so fast.
Everywhere that you would expect the G's to be pulling you down, you're getting that, and everywhere you would expect airtime, you're getting airtime. So there's no elements that you're getting disappointed in.
No,
on this ride.
No. The whole ride delivers. And speaking of good elements, after that you go into this tiny little airtime hill, which gives you a little bit of airtime. I don't know, it's pretty fun. And then you go into probably either the best part of the ride or one of the best. It very might be the best part of the ride.
Yeah, it's up there.
It is an inversion, but they call it the Mosasaurus roll. So the Mosasaurus roll, I can't really describe it. It's kind of like the inversion that Maverick had whenever...
Maverick's was called a Heartline roll.
Yeah.
And it's just a twist. I mean, you guys are seeing it here as we're talking. And Mavericks twisted and they had to take it out because it was too
forceful and too stressful on the track.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't go well. But this, it is more modern, so it does not put as much stress on the track. And it is incredible. It is very scary because you're right above the water. You get flipped. Like, you feel like you're really, like, your head is, like, in the water. It is so, you're hanging there. It is very fast, but also it feels like you're hanging there for a little bit. It's a very weird
So it's
sensation.
fast, but you get hang time.
Yeah,
so.
It's pretty crazy, and it is very whippy. It is just everything. I can't, just ride it for yourself so you can see it, because it is crazy. So, after that, you go into a tight right-hand turn, you do a little twist, and then you go up and into the brakes.
Yeah, so our ultimate review on this is...
Go ride it yourself.
Go ride it. If you have a chance to get down to Florida, to Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure.
In Orlando, you should definitely do it, because it will be one of the best coasters you ever ridden. It is like my third favorite coaster, because it is just that good.
And that's it with our Velocicoaster review. If you liked this, let us know. So we'll do more reviews, more ride reviews here in the future. And because we've been on plenty of coasters and we haven't really...
Yeah, we haven't really reviewed them. I've been on 191 coasters and I've reviewed like one. Yeah, and now with Velocicoaster, it'll be like 2. So we got plenty of coasters to review. So your thumbs up will be telling us that you liked the video. Your comments would be that you telling us that you like the video. You're subscribing.
Yeah, subscribe to the video if you like this, because we're going to do plenty more content like this coming out here in the near future.
Subscribe to the channel.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on Beach Cliff Studios.